Most of us grew up hearing the phrase, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But somewhere along the way, life got busy. We started skipping it, grabbing a cup of coffee instead, or putting it off until much later. For younger folks, this might not seem like a big deal. But once you cross the milestone of 60, skipping breakfast isn't just a minor habit. It can have serious consequences for your health, energy, and even your brain. What if I told you that missing your morning meal after 60 could quietly be accelerating aging, messing with your metabolism, and increasing your risk for chronic diseases? Shocking, right? In this video, we're diving deep into the science and the stories behind why breakfast matters more than ever as you age. We'll unpack the biological changes that happen after 60, how breakfast can support cognitive function, boost metabolism, and even protect your heart. We'll also break down some common myths and offer practical tips to make breakfast easy, nourishing, and truly enjoyable. So whether you're someone who skips breakfast out of habit, or you've been told it's okay to fast until noon, you might want to stick around. Because by the end of this video, you'll see breakfast in a whole new light. And you might just be inspired to make it the most sacred part of your day. Let's start with what changes in our bodies after we turn 60. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. Our muscle mass begins to decline, and our body becomes more sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. The body's ability to regulate glucose decreases, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels. We also become more susceptible to inflammation and hormonal imbalances. So what does breakfast have to do with all of this? A lot, actually. Breakfast is the first opportunity in your day to provide your body with nutrients after a night of fasting. And for those over 60, it plays a critical role in stabilizing blood sugar levels, kickstarting metabolism, and providing the brain with the energy it needs to function well throughout the day. When you skip breakfast, your body stays in a fasted state. That means your cortisol levels remain high, which can lead to increased stress, weight gain, and inflammation. All things you want to avoid, especially after 60. Plus, skipping breakfast can make it harder to get enough nutrients during the day, including vital ones like fiber, protein, and B vitamins. One of the most compelling reasons not to skip breakfast after 60 is your brain. Studies have shown that eating a well-balanced breakfast improves cognitive function, memory, and focus, especially in older adults. Our brains rely on a steady supply of glucose to function. After an overnight fast, your brain is essentially running on empty. When you provide it with the right fuel, think protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates, you improve mental clarity, reduce brain fog, and support long-term cognitive health. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate breakfast daily had better memory recall and were less likely to develop cognitive decline compared to those who skipped it. Imagine starting your day not with mental fatigue, but with clarity, focus, and energy. That's the power of a good breakfast. Many people believe that skipping breakfast helps with weight loss. And while intermittent fasting has its benefits in certain age groups, after 60, the story changes. Skipping breakfast can actually slow down your metabolism. Your body thinks it's in starvation mode and starts conserving energy. It also increases cravings later in the day, especially for sugary and processed foods. That means you're more likely to overeat at lunch or dinner and less likely to make healthy choices. When you eat a nutritious breakfast, your metabolism gets a signal to start burning energy. You feel fuller for longer, have fewer cravings, and you're more likely to maintain a healthy weight. This is especially important for preventing conditions like type 2 diabetes, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. Let's talk about your heart. According to studies by the American Heart Association, people who regularly skip breakfast are more likely to develop heart disease. Why? Because breakfast helps regulate your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, which plays a crucial role in cardiovascular health. Skipping breakfast can lead to higher blood pressure, higher cholesterol, and increased insulin resistance. It also messes with your hormone levels, including ghrelin and leptin, the hormones responsible for hunger and satiety. In people over 60, these hormonal shifts become even more sensitive. Eating a consistent morning meal helps stabilize these hormones, supports heart function, and reduces the risk of sudden spikes in blood pressure or sugar crashes. Part 5. Emotional well-being and social connection. Beyond the physical effects, breakfast plays a role in emotional and social health. Many older adults experience feelings of loneliness or lack of routine, especially in retirement. Creating a breakfast ritual can offer emotional grounding. Whether it's making your favorite oatmeal, sitting by the window with a cup of tea, or having breakfast with a friend or spouse, this daily act creates structure, purpose, and joy. Studies have shown that people who eat breakfast regularly report better mood, lower levels of depression, and a more positive outlook on the day. Starting your day with intention, nourishment, and calm can set the tone for everything that follows. Part 6. What should breakfast look like after 60? So, what should you eat? Breakfast for people over 60 should be balanced and nutrient-dense. Here are some key components. Protein supports muscle mass and keeps you full. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tofu, or a quality protein shake. Healthy fats support brain and heart health. Add avocado, nuts, seeds, or olive oil. Complex carbohydrates provide steady energy. Opt for whole grains like oats, whole grain toast, or quinoa. Fiber supports digestion and heart health. Add fruits like berries, apples, or pears. Hydration. Don't forget water or herbal tea. Your body is dehydrated after sleep. Sample breakfast ideas: scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast, Greek yogurt with berries and flaxseed, a warm bowl of steel-cut oats with walnuts and banana, a smoothie with protein powder, almond milk, spinach, and frozen berries. The key is to make breakfast simple, satisfying, and consistent. Part 7. Breakfast myths debunked. Let's bust a few myths. Myth 1. Coffee counts as breakfast. It doesn't. While coffee can give you a temporary energy boost, it lacks the nutrients your body needs. Myth 2. You don't need breakfast if you're not hungry. Appetite can decrease with age, but skipping meals can make it worse. Start small and build a routine. Myth 3. Skipping breakfast helps you lose weight. Not after 60. It can backfire by slowing metabolism and increasing cravings later in the day. Part 8. Stories from real people. Let me share a few real stories that bring this to life. Margaret, 72. After years of skipping breakfast, Margaret struggled with low energy, forgetfulness, and frequent sugar crashes. Her doctor recommended she start eating a protein-rich breakfast. Within weeks, she noticed improved mental clarity, stable moods, and better digestion. James, 68. A retired teacher, James began feeling aimless after retirement. He started a breakfast club with a few neighbors. They meet every morning to share a meal and a laugh. This simple routine brought back joy, connection, and even improved his blood pressure. Dolores, 75. Diagnosed with prediabetes, Dolores took control of her health by starting each day with a balanced breakfast. Her blood sugar stabilized, her cravings dropped, and she lost 10 pounds without ever feeling deprived. These stories show that it's never too late to change a habit, and the benefits can be life-changing. Conclusion: a small step with big impact. So should you skip breakfast after 60? Absolutely not. It may seem like a small part of your day, but it can have a profound impact on your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Breakfast helps regulate your metabolism, supports brain function, protects your heart, and grounds you emotionally. And it doesn't have to be fancy. Just a simple, nourishing meal that says, I care about my body. If you're still watching and you found value in this message, please comment below and let us know your favorite breakfast food or a new one you plan to try. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time. Click that bell so you never miss our weekly videos on health, happiness, and longevity. Thanks for spending this time with us. Here's to many more mornings of good food, great energy, and joyful living. We'll see you in the next video.